All right, guys, welcome back to Joey Unleashed, where we don't just scratch the surface, we dig deep. And today, we're digging deep into a case that has more holes in it than a block of Swiss cheese. The disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, a case I'm sure you're all aware of. This isn't just a missing person case, this is a head scratcher, major conspiracy vibes, and honestly, something just feels really off. Before we go any further, I just want to say I really didn't want to touch on this because I just can't imagine myself in Savannah Guthrie's position right now, and I feel horrible for her. But for every update that we get, the story gets more confusing. And if you know anything about my content or my interests, the more mysterious something gets, the more I just want to figure it out. For those of you just catching up, Nancy Guthrie is the mother of NBC's Savannah Guthrie. She vanished from her Tucson home on February 1st, 2026. The official story is a home invasion, a kidnapping. But when you peel back the layers, it's really confusing. It's a downright nightmare. Let's start with the hard facts, or passes of them. The latest update last week, Pima County Sheriff's Nanos confirmed that DNA from the black glove found 2 miles from Nancy's home doesn't match anyone in the national database, and it doesn't match DNA from inside the house. So a key piece of evidence is potentially irrelevant or deliberate misdirection. You tell me. And speaking of DNA, the Guthrie family, Savannah, and her siblings, their spouses, they've all been officially cleared. Their victims, cooperative, fair enough. But then you have the ongoing hunt for specific handgun with unique characteristics seen in the doorbell footage. And then there's TMZ reporting 4 anonymous letters with Bitcoin demands claiming Nancy was seen south of the border. Like, what? In today's day and age, with all the AI and cameras and everything, this lady just disappeared off the face of the earth and nobody has an idea of where she went. And the fact that it's such a public figure, I just don't get it. And remember, I like mystery, and I'm not saying I like this case. This case has brought something up in me. I'm very close with my mother, so I'm not trying to do this like I do with my regular videos. This is something different. What's making me want to do this is that I just don't understand in today's world, with all the resources that we have, with this being such a public figure, that we have no clue at all. And the holes in the story, you can just drive a van through them, man. It's insane. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Joey Unleashed. Okay, so here's where the case gets truly unsettling. There are major inconsistencies and weird facts that the mainstream media just seems to gloss over. First up, the pacemaker, and this is really chilling, guys. Investigators use a signal sniffer, which is a tool that listens for and captures signals so you can see where they're being transmitted, and they're using that to track her pacemaker. It disconnected from her phone at 2:28 a.m. That's the official timestamp for when she was taken. Not 2 a.m., not 3 a.m., precisely 2:28 a.m. There is this level of technical specificity, yet so much remains unknown. And it just adds to the unsettling nature of it all. Then we have the glove, and you can't make this up. Authorities collect 16 gloves near the home. 16. Only to realize that 15 of them were dropped by their own search party. 15 were dropped by their own search party. How does that happen? What does that tell you about the competence or perhaps the chaos surrounding this investigation? It's a fundamental breakdown on crime scene integrity. And then the DNA. Sheriff Nanos sends crucial DNA evidence to a private lab in Florida instead of the FBI's Chronicle lab. Sources are calling this insane, saying it could damage the chain of custody. Why? Why would you bypass the nation's premier forensic lab for a private one? Is there something they don't want the FBI to see? Or is it pure ego? Either way, it's really sus. And let's talk about the doorbell camera. The suspect smashed it, sure, but the FBI had to use back-end workarounds with Google to get the footage. The suspect tampered with it at 1:47 a.m., but motion wasn't detected again until 2:12 a.m. That's a 25-minute gap. What was happening in those 25 minutes? Was the perpetrator already inside the home? Were they waiting? This isn't just a simple break-in, guys. And finally, and the most disturbing, the blood on the porch, confirmed to be Nancy's. The sheriff refuses to say if there are signs of forced entry. Why the secrecy? If it was forced entry, say it. If it wasn't, that opens up a whole nother can of worms. Did the kidnapper have a key? Did she know her captor? This is why I personally think there's something big at play. The burglary gone wrong theory, law enforcement themselves are calling it ridiculous. And for a residential nighttime hit, especially when nothing valuable seems to have been taken from the home. So if it wasn't a random burglary, what was it? We even have former reality TV star Bethany Frankel speculating about a former media rival, given the articulate nature of the ransom notes. Is this about revenge, or is this about a message? Or is this something even more twisted? What do you guys think? Are these just a series of unfortunate errors, or are we looking at a meticulously planned operation with layers of misdirection designed to throw off investigators? The Nancy Guthrie case is far from closed, and I'm not sure I'm going to continue reporting on it because it's more frustrating than it is a mystery, in my opinion. But just tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know, guys.